it's Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot. Just hopping on to do a fun DIY with you guys tonight. So let me double check and make sure we are actually live before I get going, because this is the second time I've tried to do the live tonight. Let's see. It's not loading, but hopefully it's trying to show me that I'm live. I hope. Yes, I am live. Okay, good. I see you guys hopping on, so that is a good sign. As you're jumping on, say hello and let me know you're here, where you're watching from. Hi, Helen. And if you're catching the replay, say hey and let me know you're watching the replay. So how is everybody tonight? Hi, Deborah from Pennsylvania. Hello, Maddie. Hello, Yvonne. How are you guys doing tonight? Hey, Darlene. Hello. I hope everybody has had a good Tuesday. It's been good here. Busy as usual. Hey, Carrie, good evening. Good, you see me. Well, this is what I know about Facebook. So I try to go live right at 5 o'clock and it doesn't work. So I don't know why. So what I do is I copy, in the description I usually try to put something that lets you guys know what we're doing tonight and if there's any links or anything like that. So I copy and paste that into my notes. And then when it doesn't go live, I could go over and copy and paste it back over to the Facebook Live. It's a whole process. So I've got it down so it doesn't take quite that long anymore. Hey, Vicky. Hi, Billy and Evelyn. How is everyone doing tonight? Hey, Robin. Hi, Teresa and Lila. Lori, good evening. Thank you for spreading the sawdust. Hi, Phyllis. Hi, Susan and Lavana from Northern California. How is the weather up there? Hey, Christine, thanks for spreading the sawdust. Good evening, Marcella. Hey, Charlotte. So tonight, let me show you guys what we're gonna make. I'm gonna do another something with a stencil. So my neighbor needed a little gift for a friend, so she asked me to make this and I said, sure, we'll do it on a live because it'll be fun. So, hi, Bonnie. Yvonne, thank you for sprinkling. Hey, Susie. Hi, Tammy. Happy Tuesday. Thank you, Lila, for sawdusting. Hello, Donna. Hey, Shirley. You're having a great day. Awesome. So, I'm going to use, this is what she wanted to make for her friend, Dog Mom. And we're going to actually do it on a canvas, but we're going to do the reverse canvas, okay? So if you've never done that, or I like doing it. I think it's fun. So the sign that I made over the weekend for my stepdaughter, I did on a reverse canvas, but it was a 16 by 20. Oh, thank you, Maddie, for spreading the sawdust. Hey, Mary Jo and Christy. I'm good, Susie. How are you? Hey, Diane. It's 85 today in Sacramento. That's a nice temperature. It's still, I know that's still warm, but it's nice. I think it was a little cooler here today than it was yesterday, but we got a nice little cloud cover, so it cooled it down for a little bit. Hey, Donna, good evening. Hey, Lori, thank you for spreading the sawdust. Watching from Target while shopping for you. Thanks, Shay. Awesome. Hey, Stacy, how are you? Hi, Martha and Sonia. Yes, the Dog Mom stencil is so cute. Hey, Clarice, how are you? It's going to be super simple, but it's going to be really cute. So this is what we're going to do. Oh, Debbie, thank you for the stars. I appreciate that. Okay, Donna, you have fun shopping, my friend, and I will see you in the replay. Hey, Jackie, thanks for sawdusting. You received your calendar today. Awesome, Cindy, awesome. Pleasant in northern Nevada. 75 is a nice temperature. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Hey, Jackie. Diane, you was at Dollar Tree today and you found a couple cutting boards. Awesome. That's so cool. Hey, Marie from Wisconsin. Hi, Ann. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to stencil. The majority of this is going to be stenciled in the midnight color. And then the little paw print we're going to do in red. So I think that'll be cute. And we are going to do the reverse canvas. So I'm just using a Dollar Tree stretched canvas. And it's the 5x7 size. So it actually works perfectly on this. Just like that. 5x7 size. So let's open it up and we are going to get going on it. So it's nice when you do the reverse canvas because the back of the canvas is kind of that creamy color. So whenever I go to Dollar Tree, I usually just, not always, but most of the time, so I have a decent little collection of these, I usually just pick them up. And the way I take these off, these staples are in here so good, I never have luck just prying them up. So the way I take it off, I just take like a box cutter and I just kind of score along the front side of them just like this. I just kind of make a cut basically in the canvas, or you can call it like a score, like you're kind of just cutting through it. And then it helps me to tear this up just a little bit. So that's the first thing that we're gonna do. Oh, Stacy, so this stencil, this is from Essential Stencil, and it is the dog 6-pack for dog lovers. And they're actually fairly new. I just got these last week. And yeah, they're from Essential Stencil. So my referral link is up in the description of this video. And be sure to use coupon code AFK10 and you can save 10% if you decide you want to pick some stencils up. Yeah, so make sure you use that coupon code so you can save 10%. And so all I do from there is just pop this off like you see me doing, just like this. I just pop it off. And the coupon code and the referral link is good anytime. So if you use it today, you can go back and use it later also. It's good anytime. Well, that's nice. That one actually came up. So let me get my scissors and just pop the staple up all the way. Usually I cannot get the staples out of these things, but that one came out. So that was nice. This one might come out too. Yeah, that one's going to come out too. Okay. So then I just go through and just kind of pop the canvas off of the staples, really is all I'm doing. Hey, Dominica. It's been a while. How are you? Thank you for spreading the sawdust, Dominica. Oh, you are welcome, Phyllis. You're so welcome. Hey, Geneva. Hi, Susan. Hey, Patricia, you just got home to Oregon from Kansas. You had a cousin's reunion. That is awesome. How cool is that? Oh, laptop repairs. I know how that is. I had to do that back in like October, November. He stepped on it. Oh no. Oh yeah, my hands are tore up. I don't take it the wrong way. I know they are. They are not done up by any means. Okay, so this is what we end up with as far as our frame goes for our canvas. Every time I get here, my nose gets runny. I tell you what, every time I get here for my live, my nose gets runny. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna stain this, this little frame for our canvas, and then we'll cut this down and we'll end up reattaching it. But before we reattach it, we are going to actually do our stencil on it. It's just easier that way. But I'm gonna stain this and we're just gonna leave it a stain color. We're not gonna actually paint this one. Hey Diane, much cooler, nice. You're expecting some rain. You bought a few stencils today. Oh, awesome, Barb. Yes, don't forget to use that coupon code. Absolutely, yes. Passing on the savings. Hi, Tracy. Hey, Lindy, how are you? Hi, Becky. You ordered a few too, Becky. Awesome. Hey, Rosemary. Hi, Pat. Let me put some gloves on. That is the one thing that I do try to remember to do when I'm working with the stain, only because, so this is the stain that I use, the Minwax Dark Walnut. The stain will stain my hands, and it ends up getting under my fingernails and it stays there, and it looks like I've been changing the oil in my car with my bare hands, and I don't like that. So I do try to keep them, you know, looking clean at least, not like I've been, you know, working in the garden for a month. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just use the stain and stain the frame. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I wanted to mention to you guys, so if you haven't signed up for my text list, make sure you get on that. The number's right behind me. So it's 951-307-9132. Make sure if you haven't done that yet, you get on that. So one of the benefits of that is when I do restocks of the wood packs and kits in the online shop, I send that information out to the text community list first. And then I do the posts on Facebook. But the one thing about Facebook is the posts don't always, whether you're following A-Frayed-Knot or not, it's up to Facebook who they want the information to go out to. So it's always a good idea when you're following, whether it's me or any crafter, and you want to get, you know, get the scoop first, to sign up for the text list. If they've got one, I've got one, but a lot of crafters are getting onto the getting texting numbers now for that reason. So yeah, it's always a good idea to do that. So just make sure if you haven't done that yet that you do. Oh, thank you. Sorry about that. There we go. Let's move all these things out of the way so you guys can see. But you can't find you right away. Oh no. I'm trying to think how we can make that easier for you. Trying to think. Thank you, Robin, for spreading the sawdust. Hey, Lindy, how are ya? It's good to see you. Okay, so we're just getting this all dialed in here. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure I've got all the sides stained. Oh no, Mary Jo. Okay, well, we will see you in the replay, my friend. So the number is 951-307-9132. That's the texting number. Make sure you get on that list if you want to be in the know and not wait for Facebook to tell you. Yeah, get on the text list, Patricia. Get on that. I did see that, Vicky. Thank you so much. I guess I didn't realize when I seen that they were looking for somebody. I'll have to check it out. I kind of have some things going on right now, so I will definitely take a look at it and see if it's anything I can do. Okay, so this is what our frame looks like, all nice and steamed up. That's all we're gonna do with this, is just steam it, okay? You could paint it, you could do all kinds of things with it, because you will see this frame when you get your project, when you'll see when we get it all put together. That's the part that you're actually going to see. So okay, take these off and then show you what our next step is going to be. Hey Esther, how are you? Yes, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. I know you do, and I appreciate that. Hey Angela. I didn't realize they were looking for somebody when I looked at that. I looked at it and thought it was like to watch a craft event. So I thought, oh, that'll be cool. But if they're needing somebody, well, you never know. You never know. And it looks like, so I think I caught one of those. I think they've been doing it for a little while, because I want to say last weekend I caught one of the crafters on a live, and it was pretty cool, but it was pretty late at night too. I think they literally just craft all around the clock. Yeah, there should. It looks like it changed. Oh, Rosemary, I'll have to look at that. You're right. There did used to be a button that you could push for videos or for posts, but Facebook did make a change. So let me tell you what I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now is I'm cutting down the canvas, and I've done enough of these that I know this inside line right here, you can see how it folds over the canvas. This line right here in the inside is the one that I generally want to cut to lay it back underneath the canvas and reattach it when we're done. So that's what I start doing, is I just start cutting along that inside line. So essentially what you want to do is lay your canvas here and get an idea, mark it out so that you can cut it down. You want to trim it. You see how long this is? You don't want it hanging over like that. It's long like that because they wrap it around. It's a stretched canvas and they wrap it around and staple it down, but we don't need all that. So you want to get it marked out and then cut it down because you don't want to see all that hanging over. We just want to reattach it back here, but we don't want to see any of the extra stuff hanging over. So I just start by trimming down right there along those lines that are already kind of created for you, and then see what we're looking like from that point on. Awesome, Linda, that sounds pretty cool. Oh, awesome, Angela, I'm glad you're here with us. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I think I actually seen one of the crafters last weekend, I want to say, Vicky. Oh, Linda, no, I get it. And then you might not even need 24 of those lantern lights. Did you find one? Were you able to find one at a Dollar Tree? What size oh, this size canvas, Becky, is 5x7. It's a 5x7 canvas from Dollar Tree. Oh, good. Okay, so at least you could still see the videos. Good, good. Hey, Angela, how are ya? Okay, so let me finish cutting this down, and then I want to kind of size it up and make sure that I've cut enough, because if I haven't cut enough, I'll trim a little bit more, and then we're going to do our stencil. Okay, so at this point, usually what I do is I take a pin, because you can see how it's kind of hanging over a bit. You can see it hanging over a little bit here and a little bit up here at the top. So then I'll just take my pin and sort of mark it up so that I can trim all of that off. And then I will do the same thing here. And we'll just trim all of that off with the scissors. And I actually brought, so I had these scissors in the house and they seem to cut pretty good. So I'm gonna try to just use them for like my fabricy, ribbony kind of canvasy stuff instead of, you know, I use them for all the things and then it dulls them really quick. Yes, that is very true, Vicki. Very, very true. Yeah, so I might take a look at that and just see, you know, what they need. There's just some things, you know, that that I can and can't do. So I just have to make sure with what we need to do over here at A-Frayed-Knot, you know, doesn't conflict with what they're doing. So that's just the only thing I have to make sure. Okay. You would love six of the lanterns. Hey Vivian, I'm glad you caught me too, my friend. How are you? Oh, good, Becky. You found some. Awesome. Hey, Jean, how are you? And Shirley got 3. Awesome. Good, good. Hi, Sarah, how are you? Okay, so we got it all cut down, and I think it is pretty good. I think it looks pretty. Oh, sweet Jiminy. Well, I didn't cut on the line very well, so here we're gonna do this again. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, that might be good. And then I think I need to just do a tiny bit more right here. I didn't do a very good job of cutting on the line. Hey, Marsha, you're venturing into the painting world. Awesome. Let's see. You're full of questions. Okay, I can't, let's see. Well, I just lost your comment and it won't let me open it the rest of the way. So ask your questions, and if I miss it, I will go back and open your comment all the way and try to answer your questions as best as I can. Okay, you'll probably find that you're gonna have to cut this a few times. At least I know I do, so I don't cut on the lines very well apparently. You know what, let me grab one so that I can actually show them to everyone, so everyone will know what we're talking about. And I'll show them right now, and then it'll say on the tag what they're called. So give me 1 second and I'll go grab some. So I have actually, sorry guys, I have a couple, because we're going to do a couple more of these projects. I'm thinking Thursday we're going to do another mystery napkin bundle release with a whole new set of mystery napkins, and I'll do another jar with a very cute napkin. But this is what the lanterns look like that we're talking about, and they're from Dollar Tree, and they are called, I'll show you guys this if you want to do like a little screenshot. It's a LED hanging lamp. That's what they're called. And I'll show you what they look like lit up. So I'm going to pull the tabs out so you can see. Well, something that I noticed, all right, this one's not working, but I actually had to unscrew it and take it apart and push the batteries down in. So, oh, there we go. The batteries I noticed weren't all the way in. If I was you, I would probably test at the store to make sure that, there we go, there's that one. I'm not going to waste time taking this one apart, but this is what they look like. They're really cool. They're called LED hanging lamp, and they're from the Dollar Tree, and they are in the graduation section. I don't have with me what I actually made with it, because I gave it to my mom and she took it home, and then we made another one for my neighbor and she just took it home today. So this is what they look like. I think they're the cutest thing just like this by themselves. They are so cute, but they are from the Dollar Tree, okay? And I will do another project with it. I think that's going to be on Thursday. Let me just set them right there. Yeah, so I think that'll be on Thursday, that we'll do another mystery napkin bundle release. Hey, Janelle, how are ya? Yes, they're so cool, Angela. I like them. We really are enjoying those. So I have some to do a couple more crafts with, and then I've got some. I keep telling you guys, if you come across them, pick up a couple and then hold on to them, because we will always probably do something with them, like even around the fall and Christmas time. I can see some cute ideas with those then. They're in the graduation section at Dollar Tree, so I don't know that it's something they'll always have. So I would just, as you see them, just get a couple of them. And I know they're available online. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to do this on this board right here, because it's a little more flat. And then I'm just gonna lay this on here just like this, and we are just gonna stencil it. So I'm going to use the midnight color, all right? And for the hanger, I'm actually going to use jute rope and some beads for the hanger, and you'll see that come together towards the end. But this is what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna use midnight, and for the dog paw, it's actually gonna be red. Hey Sarita, how are you? You ordered a case of them last time. You did something with it. Oh. Hopefully, did you get it in, or was it last year that you ordered a case of them? Hey, Catherine. How is the weather in Williams, Arizona? Is it hot up there, or is it a nice temperature? Okay, so we're using midnight. That's going to be on everything but the dog paw, the midnight color. Oh, I got that on me. Oh, wow. That's really strange, Debbie. Half the stuff is in boxes all over the store? Do they let you they just tell you get what you need out of the box? Okay, what I am gonna do, just because I'm using a little bit bigger of a stencil brush for the everything but the dog paw, I am going to put blue tape over a portion of the dog paw just because I don't want to get the black paint into it, and then I'll take it off when we're getting ready to do the actual dog paw. I just don't want any of the black paint from the brush to get over that, so taping it down is a good idea. You can actually tape up here and down here to keep it in place, and I think that I'll go ahead and do that just so it doesn't move around. Oh, awesome, Michelle. Thank you, and I'm glad you were able to order, and hopefully you remembered to use the coupon code. Okay. Perfect. So you guys can see, I'll hold it up so you can see what that's looking like so far. Got it all taped down, and I did put tape over the actual paw. When I work with wood and stencil, I'm not so worried about it because I could wipe it off. But with fabric, it's a little different. The paint won't just wipe right off the fabric. So I don't want any of, when I pounce down, sometimes the bristles kind of spread out a little bit, and I don't want the black to get over on the dog paw because we're going to do that in red, all right? We're gonna do that in red at the end. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Oh, awesome, you used the coupon code. Good, Michelle. Yes, that is true, Tracy. Thank you so much for explaining that. I'm gonna go ahead and use the midnight tonight though. I use Crazy Crow a lot. But I'm going to use the midnight color tonight. It's more of the true black, just like Tracy said. And Crazy Crow is more of a vintage black. And this is actually, I'm making this for my neighbor so she can give it to a good friend as a gift. It's a little cool there. Nice. All right, so we're going on over to the O. So you know that I tell you when you're stenciling, I always say, because I get a lot of feedback from people about stenciling, and one of the things that they don't like about stenciling is the bleed through underneath. So I always say, you can kind of see, let me scooch this over a little so maybe you could see it a little bit better. I go light in the beginning, at least I try to. Sometimes I get to talking and I'm not paying attention, I'll just be honest, and I get too much paint. But I always go light. Less is more, I say, when stenciling. Put paint on your stencil brush, offload a majority of it, like you see me over here, taking a bunch of it off, and then just come over here. It creates a teeny tiny bit more work, but it's better because you don't get all of the bleed through. You could see how light the G is right there. I think you can see that. Let me put it up. You could see how light that is, but then I just kind of keep going back over it, and then I'll get a little more paint, And it dries pretty quickly, at least here, and then I just go back over it again. You could do the whole thing and then come back and go over it again, which I'll probably do. I kind of do a little bit of both, where I just like put a layer on and then go back over it, but I offload as much paint as I can, and then just kind of lightly pounce and get a coverage on there, like a first coverage, and then go back, because it dries quick, and then just go back over it until it darkens up to, well, what you like, you know, however dark you want it to be. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like so far, and then we are going to go back and darken it some more, so you can kind of see how light that is. Now the D and the O are a little bit darker because I've been going over them several times, so they are a little bit darker. So you just kind of keep reapplying it until it is, you've reached the desired darkness you like, or color, whatever the color is that you're using of paint, until it turns out the way that you like it. And then you could always kind of lift it up and take a little peek to see if it's coming out, you know, the way you like it. But the reveal is always fun at the very end. Hey, Shelly, how are you? I am so glad you're here with us, my friend. Oh, everybody, thank you for the stars. I'm missing that. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate all the stars, everybody. I'm just over here yapping away and missing all the comments. I'm so sorry. But I appreciate all the stars and sawdusting and hanging out with me. Oh, no, Barb, are you serious? Oh, I have to remember you're 3 hours ahead of me. So, my friend Barb just said that Lauren Daigle, does anybody watch The Voice? I love The Voice. I don't catch a lot of TV, I'm just going to be honest. There's one show, though, that when I do go in to sit down for a little bit or talk to my daughter, there's a show she started watching called Man with a Plan. Has anybody ever watched that? It's hilarious. But anyway, if you watch The Voice, my friend Barb just said Lauren Daigle is on The Voice, and I love Lauren Daigle. Her voice is amazing. And she has some amazing songs. Hey, Kathy, I am glad you made it, my friend. Thanks for joining us. So does anybody watch The Voice or Man with a Plan? Oh, I love her. Yes, and I love that song. Well, the good news for me is The Voice isn't on yet, so I'll still be able to see it. Hey, Marsha, I am glad you made it, my friend. Thanks for joining us. Yes, me too, Tina. She is amazing and has great songs. I was blessed enough to be able to see her in concert. I seen her, oh gosh, maybe 4 years ago for King and Country. Does anybody love For King and Country? They're a wonderful Christian band. But if you have never seen them in concert, they put on an epic show. They have an amazing show. So my daughter and I seen the two of them together. It was awesome. Yeah, exactly, Christine. It's barely 6. Yeah, it's not going to be on for a couple hours. Well, 3 hours, because my friend Barb is 3 hours ahead of us. So, yay. At first I was like, oh, I'm going to miss it. But I just remembered. Our time is different, so yay for us. We still get to see it. And thanks for the heads up, my friend, because I am going to watch that. The Voice. Yes, I love her. Voice is amazing. Her songs are amazing. Okay, let me see what we've got going on here. I think it's, oh yeah, this is looking really good. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is, so you can see why I put the tape right there. You see how the black kind of went over there? And and I knew that would happen. I just knew that I couldn't be careful enough for it not to happen. So um, that's why we did the tape. So we're gonna go ahead and lift the tape off, and I am going to put just a little piece of tape on the plasticky part just to block, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. I'm not necessarily laying it down over what we stenciled, but just a fine line of tape just so we don't get any red on what we just did. And it's mostly on the plastic, so you guys can see how I sort of encased the little paw so we don't get any red on anything that we've already done. And I'm using the Firehouse. That's what we're gonna use. Let me get the glue gun fired up because we're gonna need that to reattach it to our frame. We think they canceled Man with a Plan. So sad because it was all, so I'm probably just watching all the reruns. Melanie, we're watching it on Netflix, but I never watched it before. And I promise you on Friday night, no, it was Saturday or Sunday night. Oh, awesome, Gina. Good. I'm glad they loved it. I promise you, it was Saturday or Sunday night. I must have watched it. I just sat down on the couch and kind of vegged out and watched it for a while. I said, I better go to bed. I think it was Saturday night. It's hilarious. Oh, yes, Tracy. I do too, yeah. He's a cutie. He is a cutie pie. Okay. Oh, I am so glad that they loved it. That is so exciting. For some reason, I thought that was going to be on Wednesday. Yeah, I thought that was going to be on Wednesday, but I am glad that you guys all had a blast. Oh, gosh, that just warms my heart with the kids. And then, so is school over now for you, or is it almost over, Jenna? Oh, that's so exciting. I'm excited. That makes me happy. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is the little paw. Let me turn it like this so maybe you could see it a little bit better. I know, I know. I love the kids. Okay, so we're using Firehouse. And I am just offloading some of the red that we're going to be using here. And then we're just going to lightly start stenciling. I want to make sure that this is, yeah, not covering our actual stencil. Okay. Let's do this one first because it's being a little booger, so. We'll get this one done, this side first so we can get it off. Oh, this is going to be cute. I'm probably going to have to make one for my daughter. I think she's going to love it. Tomorrow is your last day of school in Texas. Awesome. You're going to get to see Toby Mac in concert, Lori. Oh, in September. That's amazing. I have seen Toby Mac once. I haven't seen an entire concert. So my church, I don't know if anybody is familiar with Harvest Christian Fellowship here in Riverside with Pastor Greg Laurie. Pre-COVID, we used to have what was called the Harvest Crusade, and he also did Harvest America. And so we would go to that every year. We've been going to that for years, since my daughter was just a baby. And he always had amazing bands. And that's where I've seen the majority of bands at, was from our church's crusade. And that's where I seen Toby Mac. They never do an entire concert. Their set is usually like just 3, maybe 4 songs. But it's awesome. It's amazing. And we usually see at least 3 good bands, maybe 2 in a night, plus our worship band. So that was pretty cool. Toby Mac is amazing. You wish it was your last day, Barb. I know you do, girl. Oh, sorry, Patricia. I missed your question. Yes, Toby Mac is awesome. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen on Pinterest. Toby Mac, I actually repost a lot of them with my devotionals. Toby Mac on Pinterest has like inspirational quotes, and sometimes they're from other pastors, preachers, or like Christine Kane, and he kind of redoes them, and they're really cool. I love them. I use them a lot for my devotional posts. Yeah, Toby Mac does some pretty good stuff. Okay. Alrighty, I think we are good with this. Let's take a little peek. Let me lift up this tape. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good, you guys. We're gonna just take it off so you can see what it's looking like. Get all this in the water. How cute is this? I love it. I think it came out adorable. Oh, I stopped the comments. Sorry, everybody. Oh, awesome, Becky. Yes, so proud. San Diego State. Awesome. Awesome. San Diego's beautiful, and I've heard that's a great college. Yes, Toby Mac is awesome for sure. Okay. So this is what we do at this point, is we just basically get this hot glued back down. I want to make sure you can kind of see what it's going to look like. We want to make sure that it's in there okay. So, something that I'm going to do before I'm going to do this before I actually hot glue that down. I usually forget, but I've actually remembered. So I am going to do our holes in here. I'm going to drill out 2 holes because we're going to run the jute rope through, and we're going to use beads as a hanger. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand up to do it. I'm going to mark it out and use a tape measure. I don't do that too often, but for projects like this I do, just because I want to make sure that it's even. So I'm probably going to go 1.5 inches in and then make a mark on this side. I'll just make a little dot because that's where I'll drill, and then I'm going to go over here on this side 1.5 inches and make a little mark, and that's where I know I'll do the drill hole. Okay, so you can, I don't think you're going to be able to see those marks I made because the stain is too dark, but that's what I'm going to do. And then I am going to drill it not quite in the center, closer to the back just a little bit, so that this way it's not going to be quite in the center, but the way it hangs on the wall, it will be closer to the back, but not too close because, well, I'll show you. Okay, there's the first one, and then there's the second one. So you can kind of see, you can see the holes after I've drilled them right here and then right there. And that's what we're going to run the jute rope through. All right. Glue gun's still on. That's a good sign. All right. So now what I have to really be aware of is that I'm putting this on the right way. We don't want to go through all that trouble to drill out the holes and then they end up at the bottom. So the jute rope is going to get pushed through there. And this is going to get hot glued onto here. That looks pretty good, just like that. Oh yeah, thank you, Lori. So I didn't paint the frame. Oh, you don't have to be sorry, girl. I didn't paint the frame. What I did was I stained it with the Min Wax. I'm actually making this for someone, and this was the request. So the frame is just stained. I didn't do any paint on it. It's just we're just doing this one very simple. And if you were making this at home, just, you know, not on a live like we're doing here right now and chatting and having fun, it really would not take you that long to make this. I promise. This would be really easy to make. You could do it pretty quickly. It just seems like it's taking forever because, well, I'm just sitting here chatting, having fun with you guys. So if you're like, "Ay, come on, get done already," sorry. That's all I could say, just sorry. So I'm just putting hot glue down, and then this is kind of what I do. The glue is hot and it does go through the canvas. So I put these little finger things on, and then I just start at the top, kind of eyeball it and start at the top and tap it down, and then just kind of work my way down and sort of sorry, I always make a mess with the hot glue when I do these. And then just kind of stretch it back out a little bit till the glue dries. There you go. Just like that. And then, yeah, just kind of run my fingers along it. And then what I do is I just kind of keep it lifted like this and put a little glue, get it tapped down, and then I just kind of gradually go down. I've done several of these, and the first one I did, I just kind of put the glue all the way around and then laid it down, and to me it's a little bit, it's okay to do it that way, but I feel like you can get it on and a little bit tighter across if you do it a little bit at a time. So I just do a little bit at a time. And then just kind of press it down, just like that. Let it get dry. And your hot glue kind of squishes out the side. I sometimes use this to help clean it up a little bit too. So it works nicely for that. Just to help clean it up a little bit. The glue from the sides. Aw, thank you, Lila. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like it when I chat with you. Thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. You guys are all so sweet. Thank you. Pig mom, lamb mom. Oh, that would be so cute. Mini donkey mom. I love that. They need to make some like that because there are a lot of people that have those kind of babies. I know that. Maybe one day they will. Maybe I can make a request. I mean, doesn't hurt, right? It's not like I have any push over there, but what does it hurt to at least ask? I always say, you don't know unless you ask. Can't be afraid to be told, nope, not today. Always been one that says that. Can't be afraid to be told no. Home Depot is having a great sale this weekend on, oh yeah, I'll have to go check that out too. See what I can't live without. That's what Grandpa used to say. Go see what I can't live without. Okay, so this one, we're just gonna go ahead and go all the way like that because we're towards the end now, and then just get this kind of pushed down a little bit. Sort of hold it tight and get it into place. Just like that. So you guys see how I'm doing that. Just kind of trying to pull it tight as it's drying. The back is going to be kind of, well, yours doesn't have to be messy, but my fingers are messy, and it's kind of messy. But I'll tell you what, if you end up getting the back of yours like all dirty and messy, kind of like mine has some little bit of fingerprints on it, it's hard to see, but you can actually take your stain and stain the whole thing, the back of it. You can do that. I've stained these canvases before and it looks pretty good. Actually, I'll show you. This one right here, if you remember, this is actually stained, and then I dry brushed the white on it. And this is a stencil from Essential Stencil, one of their Valentine's ones. So I stained the whole canvas. It's a board canvas, but I've stained stretch canvases too. And that's kind of what it looks like when you stain it. So I like it. I think it turns out pretty good. So if you didn't like the way the back of it looks, you could always stain it, or you could brush some paint over it. Either way. You're chatting to yourself, Geneva. I love it. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. And then I'm going to show you what it's looking like so far. And then we're going to string our, isn't that adorable? It's got little glue spider webs all over it. It's glue, Mom, just glue, but they're like spider webs. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is, I've got my beads right here, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to use, I've got some of these smaller beads, which I'm gonna go ahead and call them like 1/2 inch size, and I'll show you the difference between the two. And then I've got what I will call like a 1 inch size. They're actually a 20 millimeter bead, and then these are, I want to say these are 14 millimeter. So I have a 20 millimeter and I have a 14 millimeter. And I wasn't sure, whoops, dropped it. I wasn't sure. I'll probably go with the bigger one. I like the big one. I just think it's cute. See, you guys can see that right there. Right there. And then that's the smaller one. I think I'm gonna go with the bigger one. I like the bigger one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our jute rope and we're gonna cut some of it. I will end up cutting more than I actually need, and we're gonna run it through the hole, tie it off in a knot, and then I like to leave a little bit sticking out and kind of fray it. I just like that look, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then well, heck, I'm gonna cut that off right there. Sometimes the jute rope is, you see how that's kind of funky right there, so I'm just gonna cut that off, save that for something else. And then, okay, so that's a little longer than it needs to be, but I'm good with that. I would rather have it too long and get this, you know, get it right than not have it long enough. The jute rope that I have is actually, I'm using the jute rope from Dollar Tree because it's a little bit thinner. And what I like to do is, I will probably, I'm gonna go grab a little piece of tape, all right? And I'm gonna show you my little hack for this. Give me 1 second. Okay, so what I like to do is take a piece of tape, just like this, okay? I'm gonna need that other piece in a second, but I just like to wrap the tape around the rope, and what it ends up doing is it kind of makes it like your shoelace. You know how it has the plastic on the end of it? And then kind of pinch it off a little bit. And it's a little longer. The tape is a little longer than we need it to be, so I'll cut it, and then you could feed it through your little hole. And if it doesn't go all the way through the hole, which it did, so that was nice. I was gonna say, if it doesn't go all the way through the hole, you can use some wire to poke it through. So I use wire to poke it through. Oh, awesome, Diane. That is so cool. You chat with your cat. I chat with my little dog Toby too. Because usually he's in here trying to take stuff is what he's doing. He's trying to take wood kits. like the wooden stuff. He's just funny. Okay, so I'm just making some knots in the end of this. Just like that. It's not going to go back through the hole. And then I just kind of fray out what's here. I just like to fray it out, and if it's too long we can trim it, but just, you know, sort of with my fingers, just undo it and then make it kind of messy. Just fray it up a bit. There we go. Okay. Now what we're going to do, so you can see what that looks like. If you want it, if it's too long, you can trim it. But we are going to just take some beads out and start stringing them up. I want it to end up being an even number, but I'm just going to start putting them on. And I told you I was going to need another piece of tape. That's because we're going to have to re-tape this other end that we're using. So we're just going to do the same thing with this end, because this is what we're going to string through the beads. Okay, just like this, and then I just wrap it around. Oh yeah. Thank you, Melanie. Yeah, my friend Dawn made that for me. Isn't it amazing? Okay. So we got that. We got that all done. So we're gonna see. It should just, yeah, it's just gonna slip right through the beads just like that. And we're just gonna put some beads on, see what it looks like. See how many we think we need. Six. We might go with like 12. We'll see. I'm at 6 so far. 8. Well, that's 8. Let me let you take a look. That's 8. That might be good. Let's try 12 just to see what it looks like. It might be too big. 9. Oh, let's look at 10. 10's a good even number, right? I like 10. I think 10 is good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you would be able to have like the nail right there and then it looks even. So what do you guys think? I think that looks good. I like that. Yeah, I think so too. Gina, I think it looks great. Okay, so if it doesn't go through, like this is having a little trouble going through, you could get a piece of wire and just help it go through a little bit more. Just kind of push it through. Hopefully it's going to go through. Let's see here. Almost. There we go. I think it went through. Okay, there we go. We finally got it through. So I like the 10. I went with the 10 beads. So what I'm going to do is just hold the rope kind of tight, just like this, you see. And then I'm going to try to get the knot as close to the top as I can. And I'll just do a few knots. Try to get them as close up there to the top as I can. Okay, there, that's perfect. Now we'll do just one more little knot. So the knot's not going to go back through because the hole is kind of small that I drilled, but we'll just do one more. I double knotted the other one, so we'll double knot this one. Thank you, Phyllis. Yes, I love bead hangers. I haven't done them in a while. Let's see, what did I make? I made something, oh, I made the sign, when I stenciled, when I Mod Podged the napkin last week, I made a bead hanger. That's the first time I made in a while, if you guys seen that video last week. Okay, so then I'm going to fray this little piece of jute rope out, just kind of unwind it, and then just sort of fray it up a little bit. Oh, this is cute, you guys. I like this. Yep. Yep, yep. There we have it. Isn't that adorable? And if you feel like those are too long, you could trim them a little bit. You definitely could trim them. I'm going to wait. I'm going to leave it and then just see if she likes it like that. Because if she doesn't, then we could trim it. But there we have it. That was with our Dog Mom stencil. This is from the stencil pack from Essential Stencil. We used 10 of the 20 millimeter beads. Those beads I get from, I have put a link for them from Amazon. I haven't done it in a while, so if you guys are interested in that link, I can do that for you with the referral link. But this was the pack from Essential Stencil that my stencil came out of tonight. And I did link up in the description of this video my referral link and coupon code. So if you guys were interested in something like this, this is a new set that they have from Essential Stencil. Aw, thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. This was fun. I liked making this. I like doing this kind of, well, I say that about everything I make, so I love doing this kind of stuff. It's fun. And it's such a simple and easy way when, you know, if you don't like the way that you write on signs or anything, this is a fun and easy way to do it. So Essential Stencil has now coffee stencils, but when I tried to order, when I placed this order, they were out of stock. So I got on their list, so I'll be notified when they come in. I'm excited to get one of those. I want to try to make a sign for by my coffee pot so I can hang some of my super really cute mugs on there. I showed you guys. I've got an idea, so as soon as I can get one of those stencils, we'll make that. So, oh, thank you everybody. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks. I had fun hanging out with you guys and crafting tonight. This is the extent of what we're gonna do to this because she wants it really simple. And I think that's all it really needs. I wouldn't do too much more to it. It's super cute. I love it. I'm probably gonna have to make another one. So, anyway. Hi, my friend Roberta. I see my friend Roberta is here and I just wanted to say hi to her. So you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for all the stars and the love and the sawdust spreading. I appreciate it more than you guys know, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. So I will see you guys, what's tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow with another something fun for us to do. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out and chatting with me. I love it. I love this time of night with you guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.